Still a long way to go in this draft, but if you can lock up a few key positions here in the first few picks, it's a great luxury to have. We've seen Dallas represented once already. Could another Cowboy be joining the fold? And this team does have a lot of needs, but this guy is a legitimate star, and he'll make everyone around him better. Boy, a tough choice here, but one that any organization would love to have. How do you go wrong with these three guys? These middle rounds are where your decisions can really impact your team, because if you pass on certain positions, there's no guarantee you're going to see them again. Yeah, here's a spot where the fan base would be clamoring for a skill player. But do you listen to him or go after someone who can help you up front? Oh, this guy's a rare talent and a huge upgrade over what they had before. These are the rounds you love to see. Some big names to choose from here. Well, not too tough to see into the thought process of that pick. Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. Does this pick fill a big need? I'm not so sure that it does, but it is at least a slight improvement over what they had in place. And now, which side of the football will they address here? Some interesting options either way. Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches or someone who can really help you out at the playmaking type spot? And now is where you need to make these last picks count. Time to fill any holes you can before it's too late. These are tough decisions here. Offense or defense? Which side has the more pressing need?
All right, Larry, thank you. It is indeed time for a draft champions matchup and what is set to be a great draft champions matchup. In the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and these guys should have a huge impact on the outcome of this game. They're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. Let's roll. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in draft champions. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. On first down, Ryan. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Second and 10 now, Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. shift together here from the D-line. Throwing now, Palmer on first down. Out left side here to Bryant. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a second down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
On second down, Palmer toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Palmer. Bryant has it. 20. Dez Bryant with nothing but green grass ahead of him. Touchdown, Chicago. Dez Bryant, 44 yards. And the Bears have taken the early lead. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Now it's Ryan. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion, and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Third down, still 14 yards left. Third and long, it's Ryan. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Carlos Hyde, see you later. Touchdown, Cowboys. Carlos Hyde, 83 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And now with the play clock just about to expire, John Fox is going to call a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Fresh set of downs here. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Let's go. Regular.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Here's Palmer. Kobe Fleener, the tight end, his intended target. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Here we go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
2nd and 10. It's Palmer again. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he stopped immediately there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
Have to give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. They were prepared. Ordinarily, when they take the big shot downfield to the big guy, that's usually a mismatch that the offense is used to winning. But the preparation showed for the defense, and they were able to bat it away.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
It's complete to Fleener. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Here we go.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now it's Palmer. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw again, it's Palmer. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is that now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Kobe Fleener from 4 yards out, and the Bears are in for 6.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. Back to Foxborough after this. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he's brought down. 13 yards there on the pickup. And it'll be a Dallas 1st down. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting back.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Oh, barely. They snapped it at 1. Now Palmer. Caught out left side by Robinson. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. They had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be marked down deep in Dallas territory.
Strength throwing the football downfield has never been an issue for this big guy. I still remember the first time I met him. He was playing for USC, and when I got introduced to him, I thought I was meeting their starting tight end, not their starting quarterback.
Such a presence, Carson Palmer.
Very much so. Has had it ever since he entered campus there, and still has it today.
From the red zone now, here's Palmer on first down. Completes it to Austin. The ball comes out, and this is going to get out of bounds through the end zone, and that will go as a turnover as the defense will get it at the 20-yard line. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Ryan. Benjamin with it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a nice completion on an out route. And those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
This one complete to Devin Funchess. Give him 16 on the pickup, and that leads to a Dallas first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
First down, a run with Hyde. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. Well, he just threw an interception last drive, nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of just been driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? 'Cause that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country
I
roads.
certainly had. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. They're going to hurry back to the line now. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. It's an 8-yard pickup, and the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a 1st down.
They'll run for it with Hyde. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Carlos Hyde, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. But now the Bears coming out as they get ready. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On the carry, here's Smith. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Back now in Foxborough. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Dez Bryant, the intended receiver. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. On 3rd down, Palmer. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Taken in at the 22. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm, You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. On second down, here's Ryan. He dumps it to Hyde. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Hyde. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
And he goes in motion here in the backfield. And they're going to speed things up here. On second down, Ryan. He's got time. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Ezekiel Ansah in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Even score late in the fourth. Let's see if the defense can play within themselves, not give up the big play and contain, and keep this knotted up. Third and long. It's Ryan. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going.
And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Ryan to throw. And this is incomplete. Carlos Hyde was the target. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Ryan. And able to find Green. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
So now it's 1st and goal. They'll run high. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. They try again with Hyde. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So they held them out on second down, and now here's third and goal. An extra defensive back in the game here on third and goal. Now third down and goal, and that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. One receiver left, 3 to the right. He's back to throw. Finding time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chad Greenway in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Well, Charles, there's an old saying, don't let a loss beat you twice.
You're exactly right about that, Brandon. When you look at it and all of your preparation went into winning this week, now you have to absorb a loss and find a way to shake it off.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough. Thank you, Larry. Brandon Gaudin, along with Charles Davis here in the booth. We are set for a spectacular draft champions matchup and some spectacular talent. Screen right now. More time. Let's get down to the field for kickoff. Two teams here amped and ready for football, and off we go in week 2 of Draft Champions. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. On the ground, this is Smith. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
On second down, here's Romo. And Watson has it right side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Now it's Romo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sam Acho able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. To throw on second down is Romo. And Nelson's got it here right side. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And just like that, it's third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Offense in a little bit of a bind here. 9 yards to go on third down. Throwing on third down, Romo. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They come out here in the eye. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it here with Smith. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10.
Let's go.
On second down, Palmer. Left side and caught by Flainer. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Clock running, under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter.
Let's go, let's go. 1-18.
On second down, here's Palmer. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Palmer. Did he get the feed down? Yes. Touchdown. Allen Robinson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Oh, such great concentration there, going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. A gain of 3, second down. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Now Palmer to throw on second down. Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it
Thank you very much, Larry Ridley. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. We are ready for this draft champions matchup as you get a quick peek at some of the stars in today's game. We're ready to go. Let's get down to kickoff. The getting to know each other process is over. Time to get down to it. And we're off in week 3 of Draft Champions. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So 2nd and 10 here. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. That is incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. And it'll be 3rd and 10. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Surveying the field. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. I got one loss so far, so trying to grind this out.
And now with the play clock just about to expire, John Fox is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
I know these guys know about the glitch, so you know it's smart to audible a lot of what you're doing sometimes, but I mean, I don't use it. And I still get stops. Looks like he knows I'm gonna run it. Yeah, he knows I'm gonna run it the middle.
They'll run it now with Smith. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Here we go. Blue 58.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing his
good. Oh, Keener going all the way.
There he goes left side. And he finally
Keener with the wheels. Good stuff, man.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Let's go for let's try a run and then audible to a pass real quick.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Play clock winding down.
And now with the
play clock just about to expire, John Fox is going to call a timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Offense comes to the line now.
And hopefully he run commits if he's using the glitch.
Get ready. Blue mirror. Here we go.
Throwing now. Palmer on 1st down.
Good
It's
defense.
complete. Fleener, right side. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make this a second down.
Good
An
defense.
ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did. But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game. 3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass.
Yeah, the flat. Turn it up.
Oh,
Oh.
a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. It'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Lambeau will put this one through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. So they come into enemy territory. Nice drive to start the game, but they probably wanted 6. They only got 3.
I agree with you totally. That's the expectation. When you get the ball and you start moving it and you're rolling, you think you're going to end up in the end zone. But they should be happy with the 3. A good way to get things going here in this game.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard
All right, let's go.
line.
Let's go defense.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
On play action, now Breeze. And that's complete to the former Bear. It's Greg Olsen. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
That's for sure he's going to go for the win.
62 yards. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead.
I know guys who design defenses, they try to prepare for everything, but you ignore the guy who plays tight end at your own peril.
Yeah, and he's like having another wide receiver out there sometimes, right?
Exactly right, because there's such a matchup nightmare, and they're hybrid guys. Are they receivers? Are they big guys that block? How about the one we just saw there? Catch it and go. Run after catch all the way into the end zone.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
All right,
Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd and 1, it's Palmer.
No.
And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And that's going to make it 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go. This is Young, the fullback. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Well, they held them to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at them. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
And that is incomplete here. Eric Decker was the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. A nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Now Breeze stays on his feet. Look at the time.
Are you kidding me?
Given 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No, he's not going for a field goal.
On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And Lambo will put this one through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Here's Palmer.
Perfect. Woo! That was a dot right there.
Yes.
Saw that long route open.
Goes for 24 yards.
I'd have to say that whenever you
That was Des
see
Bryant.
a good post route run,
Pretty sure.
they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he rolls over it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2.
I just want to check the...
Get ready. Blue 95. Blue 95.
Now Palmer to throw on 2nd down. And brought in here by Fleener.
Good job, Fleener. That's how you do it, man.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And now a first down following that long gain. From the red zone now, here's Palmer on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Maybe we could get someone on the flat right here.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches
R1,
together.
maybe triangle.
On second down, Palmer. He's got time in the pocket. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Good job by the O-line. Quarterback had time to go through his checks. That's one you need to take advantage of.
A perfect situation, and they're unable to take advantage of it. When you have that much time to scan the field, you have to find an open receiver.
Let's go.
Palmer now to throw on third down. It's complete to Flater.
Perfect.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They run this, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Carson Palmer taking it in.
And
the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, or they want to let their return guy touch it.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Miller, the lone setback. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
So thanks to the late touchdown,
really
it's a tie
half.
ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports
Yeah, if you guys are still here, just leave a comment. I'll read it. I got my phone on.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. On first down, it's Palmer. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Second down following the incompletion. Second and 10 now. It's Palmer. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. And there, the man coverage not good enough, partner, and they're able to complete the pass.
Excellent recognition of the man coverage, and they found the guy who could win downfield.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Palmer now. And he's got it over the middle. Fleener. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yes.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot.
Last time when I audibled, he did well against the slant. So we'll see if we can get this off.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now they'll run it on the toss. He leaps over him. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, the guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
He's probably expecting this. I don't think he's in a blitz this time.
They brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll give it to him right up the gut.
I'm going to try to find that, man. Grind it out.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The best defensive
linemen, cover 3 all day.
They play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop
the middle
by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On 2nd down, here's Palmer. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Palmer. And Robinson.
Perfect placement, man. That's how you throw. Oh, what a touchdown.
Chicago.
Robinson.
Allen Robinson.
That was perfect play. Beautiful.
And the Bears have broken the tie.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how
really
they finish
nice
off
after
a lot
the
of their
catch.
big plays. Run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Lambo to add on the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
What should I do?
Breeze will try again on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now Breeze. He's going to launch this
Good
thing
defense.
way downfield. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Breeze again here on
Ooh, Darrell Revis, man. Can't go wrong.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Oh, I missed it.
And he pushed it right. It's no good.
What's up with me missing this?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3.
Now get off your block.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Now Breeze to try again after the... Now Breeze lost the football. A strong running. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on 2nd down. Watkins alone on the left side. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver.
Good pass. Good pass. Man, who was the corner on that, man?
Sammy Watkins, 72 yards. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game.
We got
They
smoked.
just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
Kills.
speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Let's go out and run. And then see what we could do.
They come out here in the eye.
Oh, shit.
Now. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Here we go. Blue 95.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that nowhere to escape when he
That's
goes
not going to
down.
count. Shit, that's what happens.
Five yards left for the offense. It's second down.
Regular, get ready. See. Get ready.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. They go play action here on first down.
Ooh, that was beautiful.
Touchdown, Chicago. Kobe Fleener,
What a
63
pass.
yards. And the Bears will extend their lead. Well, they had gone run the previous play. Nice little setup. This time they go play action. Defense bites a bit, and they hit for a big play in the end zone.
So they sold it really well, didn't they? Because of just what you described. They ran it the previous play, come back with the same action, and now they step back and throw it and get a big play
I think I'm
for a
better with
touchdown.
pocket
But what
passers, but
happens
you know,
as
it
a
all
defensive
depends,
back
you know.
is your eyes have to go to the
I'm
right
more of a
place.
pocket
Your coach
passer. I
about,
look
are your
at
eyes in the
I'm
right
good at
spot?
reads.
Well, this time the eyes went to the
Oh.
play.
And
Yeah, that was
they're
good
going to
blitz.
him a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Watkins alone on the left side. Back to the air on Breeze. Lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So a fumble on second down. They're able to maintain possession. Brings up third. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Going deep here for Watkins.
Oh.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Not that time for Watkins. And that'll bring up 4th down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Now Breeze got to have this one. And this is
Yep,
intercepted.
kicked all the
And
way.
that should do it. A great
All the
lead, and it's
way.
picked off. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Saw that.
The Bears
Saw that all the
offense
way.
now heading back out onto the field.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now they'll run it on the toss.
Oh, get around. Good run, good run.
Forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the...
Oh, he's conceding. That's the end of that for the game.